So I wanted to do a quick short little video to tell you guys my progress on the San Juan here. Like some of you know, I'm in nursing school right now, but we had a break between trimesters, and so I had a few days off, and I wanted to come out here and do some tinkering and do some projects. So as you can see, I have stepped the mast, and that's something new from the last video that I put up. And I have some video of us trying to do that. I had my daughter as a cameraman the other day, but she wasn't feeling really well, and she just stopped recording and went in the house, and I didn't realize that. So I don't have the whole stepping process on here. And it's going to have to get better because I was using a ladder back here to prop the mast on, and that didn't work out real well, so I'm going to come up with something better for that. But the rest of the process worked pretty good, but there's some peculiarities that I've discovered with this rig that I'm trying to figure out. I'll try to point out some of them. Maybe somebody out there knows the answer or can help me figure it out, because this thing was just sitting in a barn, and the people that were selling it really didn't know anything about it. So I've got some mismatched pieces and some, this and that. But all right, so let me show you some of these things. Okay, as you can see, my forestay seems to be too long, so right now I have it going through that little pulley tied off to the pulpit there, and then down to this attachment point here, and it's too long. Okay, come over here. Now this topping lift is just temporary. It's just a rope that I have. I put a pulley up there. I don't know if I can zoom into it. There's a pulley up there and coming down, and a pulley here just to hold the boom up. Now I wanted to put all this together just so I could test my sails and see what I had and see what was working and wasn't working. That was the point of this. And the backstay is too short, and so I had to rig up, I don't really know what you call this, but I just tied this rope on back here to meet the backstay. But now what I'm starting to think is, let me flip it around. Now what I'm starting to think is that that's not actually, am I pointing at it? Maybe I am. Is that that's not actually the backstay, that I'm missing the backstay, and that is actually the topping lift. And it has another little piece on there that you could adjust. It's not quite long enough, but it's definitely way short to be the backstay. Now I would think that the shroud that I have up here as I don't know if you call it a shroud, but anyway, the forestay, that might actually be the backstay. But it is attached to the front end of the mast, so I don't think that's right. So what I think I'm gonna have to do is order a new backstay and use that as my topping lift. And so here's something else I got put together in my main sheet. I've gotten it twisted because I took it off to keep it inside. I don't want to keep it out here because trying to keep it from getting weathered, and it got twisted and turned, so I have to redo that whenever the time comes. But it does work. So I guess I did it right mostly. But yeah, I'm glad I got that figured out. Trying to think of what else. I kind of discovered that I don't like the size of this cleat. Now maybe it's because this sheet is too big, too big in diameter. It's kind of difficult to tie it up on this cleat here. The ones back here are bigger. I wish there was another one like that right there. This is like a 4-inch, I guess, and that's a 6-inch. So I don't know, maybe I can find one to swap out. So after doing some research, I did find a very good resource for these San Juans, especially the 23. I can't tell you the name of the website off the top of my head because it's just a bunch of letters. But I'll try to put the link in the description of this if I can figure out how to do that. But peculiarity of it is, I think I've used that word already, word of the day, is that this boat there were two versions, and this is supposed to be the first version, the Mark 1. And the Mark 1, I don't think had a bow locker. The Mark 2 had a bow locker, but it was a fixed keel, I believe. But my boat is a swing keel, but my boat has a bow locker. Yes, this boat has a bow locker. So it just closes like this, and you put some bungee straps across it, and that's how it holds it. So I'm not sure if that's some kind of anomaly, or maybe I read that wrong, but I didn't know why the Mark 1, or this will say Mark 1, and I have a bow locker. So I don't know. Mystery. If anybody out there knows, let me know. I really wish there was a way to change this out into a newer style hatch, because I really hate this hatch, and it's cracked. I can order another one just like it, but it's still, I don't know the way it seals. I just don't like it, and it's flimsy. So I'm going to have to measure those cleats, because I need to, maybe I'll swap one of these right here out for that one. I don't know. But the holes are going to be in a different spot. Okay. Well, I'll figure something out, because I don't want to have to change that sheet, because it's still in pretty good shape. I'm trying to get on this side. So it's just, I don't know what this is, 3/16 rope from Lowe's. I wrapped this up. I tied this into a loop. Wrapped it with dental floss and waxed it. And then I think this little pulley was already on here, or block. And so I just have it tied off here as a temporary topping lift. As you can see, maybe get a little bit better view of it here. Let me step right here. Here's this, and it's only about a foot shy of being right there for the boom. You know, I just had a thought. My main disappointment the other day was when I put the sails up, because I have two mainsails and then a jib and some other smaller sails that I don't know what they are. But both of my mainsails were the wrong size. One of them was too long here, and the foot was too long by a foot. And then one of them was too long in the whatever you call that, the up and down, the length of it. But I'm thinking that maybe I have the boom in the wrong place. But as you can see, whoever had this before, there's a screw right there, and that's what the boom is resting on, this screw. And so I'm assuming, and it does look worn right here, like it's been sitting right in this area for a long time. So thinking this is where it's supposed to go, I wouldn't think it would come down any lower. But if it came down any lower, then maybe that other sail would work. I don't know. I'm probably just going to have to buy some new sails. I also took that old toilet out of there. I'm going to replace that with just a simple composting toilet. And as you can see where these four bolts were holding it down, it actually had nuts on the back on the bottom side under this. So I had to basically get on my head and reach under there to get those nuts off, and that was not fun. That's one more project I got done. Oh, also, I don't know if you'll be able to see this. So, as you can see where that hole is, I took that through hole out. This is a big through hole right here. So I took the handle off and I tightened it back down, but I can't screw this out because this stem hits the fiberglass right here. And I was trying to unscrew this part out, but it didn't look like it was coming out. So I don't know, does this screw out of here? Like the actual valve, like the stem right here? It's got like a flat spot on here that you can put a wrench on. And I turned it and turned it, but it didn't look like it was moving. So now I'm stuck. I don't know how to get this out. So if anybody knows how to get this out, let me know. But my plan is just to come back and fill in these holes with fiberglass, because I don't want any through holes in this thing. I don't need them. I'm not going out to see whatever. There's one more right here. Where is it? Right here was the drain, I guess, for the kitchen. I got to fill that too. Also, I built a little platform for my battery. See there, I put some little tie down spots right there. I can put a bungee cord over it or something. This is not nailed down or screwed down or attached in any way yet. I was trying to fit it in here. So you can see here on the front of the boom, the front of the mast, there's a track right here that the boom will fit into. And so that's designed that way so you can use the boom as a gin pole. And that's what I did. And I'll show you that in some of the video clips of us trying to raise it. Going? Is it moving? Are you picking up? Is it moving in at all? And so that's where I'm at now. Haven't given up the dream. It's just going to take a little while longer till I get out of school, and then once I start working, I'll have a little bit of free time, hopefully, to finish this and get this thing in the water. But thanks for sticking with me. Thanks for watching my videos.